The Iran war is over, for now. There's a fragile ceasefire. At first glance, the US and Iran both took a heavy hit, but in different ways. Although Donald Trump claims the US reached all their military goals, that is questionable. After all, the Iranian regime remains in power and still possesses hundreds of kilos of enriched uranium. But the Iranian leadership did suffer heavy losses, most notably Ayatollah Khamenei, and its military infrastructure has been decimated. So, who are the real winners? The US president won't like this, but it could well be two of the US's biggest rivals.
I think that in the near term, Russia's the principal beneficiary, in part because their sanctions have been lifted and suspended so they can get more of their oil out to other countries, in larger part because the prices are so much higher than they used to be. That matters much more to a Russian economy whose budget was very tight and increasingly squeezed in the run-up to the war. And Russia feeling like this is an opportunity for them to continue to squeeze, especially because there's just not as much attention to Ukraine.
While Russia seems to profit both economically and militarily in the short term, the US's main rival China is getting ready to use Trump's attack on Iran for its long-term strategy.
China benefits because, of course, this means America is not only focused less on the Asian military environment, but also because the United States is seen as so much less reliable by its own allies. And that means that China, by comparison, is seen as a relatively stable player. Maybe you don't trust them, but you don't think that they're wholly unpredictable. You don't think that they are as revisionist in thinking about changing the geopolitical environment. So I do think that the Chinese perceive that all of this is to their benefit over 5-10 years.
So, to the United States, Trump's war on Iran could prove very costly in the long term, despite the truce.